Welcome, guys and gals. Alphonso here, and today I'm just doing a quick behind the scenes photo. Um, I'm sorry, behind the scenes video to show how I came about creating this photo. All right, so the photo in the photo in question is called "Musician to be Murdered By," and if you're an Eminem slash Slim Shady fan, you'll know why it is called that. I was actually listening to the album, and like this image came to mind. First off, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, um, but this idea came to me. This line, that line came to me, and I was like, "Yo, all right, let's see where this goes then, shall we?" So of course, I had the rough outline. You can see the line actually is there, and I did some quick construction on it, and I added on. Probably should have planned this a little bit better, but yes. So once I got the rough construction out of the way, I then put a bit of meat on the bones, as it were, right? Give him the rough look for what I had. Okay. For what I planned to do. After which, of course, we had to do a sensible line, something that I could follow, something that showed all of what I planned to get from the drawing itself. Then, of course, we dropped the clean lines on top of that. Oof, that looks sexy. Huh. But yeah, drop the clean lines on top of it, and then, of course, we started to add on top of our lines. Created the base, added the flat colors, throw on the shadows, and this is the first light. Then there was, of course, that little fill light in the background. Throw on some details because we gotta have a shiny accent, some shiny blood. It was at this point, my background was essentially this. This was what my background was supposed to be. No, this was what my background was supposed to be. And I started working in some colors and all of that. And late into the process, I was like, wait, why not just let's add a bit of creativity. Let's do some photo manipulation. I haven't done that in a long time. So I grabbed this photo. I've had it for years. I do not, it's probably in the name. I'll throw the name up. And I threw on was it a colored art? I forget. Color burn. There we go. And I started to build on it and build on it. Because of the lights at this point were orange, I decided to kind of throw in that bit of orange in the background as well. And we continued to build, just creating some atmosphere. I put in some foreground fog, some dust, because there's always some dust flying around. But it was this gradient map. When I added it, I was like, oh yes, this is the one. And of course, I tend to add a gradient on top of it. All right, so you're not gonna see much because it's such a low opacity, but let me pump it up and actually go into the effect. All right, so it's basically just a gradient from 0% opacity to 100% opacity. A light to dark gradients, and what that does is it kind of gives the feeling that there's light coming from this direction down, which works pretty well because, as you see, I put the shadows behind him, so the light would be hitting him from this direction. This side would be dark. And so I did that, but of course, we didn't want it that bright, that would be offensive in that case. So just just a subtle thing, but it makes a world of difference. Right? And then I did add a bit of what is this called again? I did some dodging and burning. You can see there, just to kind of bring it all together, the lighting and the shadows together a bit. If you look now, you'll notice a difference. And of course, some overlay to again to sell the fact that there's light shining from this side onto him. And after which I hit it with post. Although I guess most of this has been post, right? But yeah, essentially what my post contains is this folder here. I actually keep it in most of my drawings instead of having to redo them constantly, because most of my drawings I do 8 by 10. I think that's like 2400 pixels by 3000, something like that. So I actually have these effects saved. The grunge texture that I always have, again, I've had it for years. Oh, there's the name. I think I got it from DeviantArt. So that's how you know it's been forever. But anyways, then my signature I added. You'll have to zoom in here to see it. So yes, I actually don't write my name on every drawing. I just basically copy that from my previous drawings. And if you know me, you know that there's a 13 in the image. Not very well hidden or hidden at all, but it's there. Then of course the rectangle. And this was a trick I learned some time ago, to kind of direct where the eyes are going on the image. Where you start out like this. This is a lighter, it's a lighter curve. So you see that the entire center, of the image here is lightened, whereas the edges are ever so slightly darkened, and they're using the same curve. This curve, this S curve adds such a beautiful layer of contrast to my images. Like, I don't know what I'd do without him. And then just a bit of vibrance and saturation. Not too much, just a little bit to really pull it all together. Did I finish it without the curves? I think I may have done it without the curves. Okay. So yeah, this is how the image came about. If you want to see the image, the high quality version is on my Patreon. Otherwise, you can check it out on Instagram at Alphonso L. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little run through of my process for doing some images. Not all images are done this way. This image was done this way because it fit the concept that I had in mind for it. But oops, oh no, I forgot about that. Yeah, I left out, there was some mid-ground fog. Let me put that normal. Yeah, some mid-ground fog just to add a little bit more atmosphere. Soft light. You can't really see it, but it's there and it's making a difference. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this quick little look, and until next time, walk good.